This is where we got to last lesson. This is our previous tableau up here, and we've already started changing into our next tableau, and at the end of last time we were in this position here. We had identified our pivotal column, we put a 1 in here in our pivotal row, and we had noughts in the other ones. So, Adam, what was in this position in our previous tableau?
Is that the one above?
Yeah. -4. Okay, how many of those do I add to -4 to get 0? 4. That is why we've already written down over here, the new row 1 is the old row 1 plus 4 new row 2's. So the little star means it's new. So row 1 in the new tableau is row 1 in the old tableau plus 4 lots of row 2 from the new tableau. So now we go and finish off or complete row 1. So in here it's old row 1, which is 1, plus 4 lots of 0. What is 1 plus 4 lots of 0? 1. So that gives that. Here it is what used to be in this position, which is that 0, plus 4 lots of 0. 0 plus 4 lots of 0 is 0. Next position will be 0 plus 4 lots of 2/3. And it's easier to work in top heavy fractions. 8/3. This position, it would be 3 plus 4 lots of -1/2. Is 1. And in this position, 450 plus 4 lots of 5. 470. Okay. So that is that top row in this tableau completed. Sorry? None of it's negative, which may be interesting for later on. Now working down here, we need to say, okay, in this position there used to be a 1/2. How many of these do I need to add to a 1/2 to make it into 0? How many 1s do I need to add to a 1/2 to make it 0? -1/2. So my new row 3 will be equal to my old row 3 take away a 1/2 of my new row 2. It's always multiples of the row that went in first. So my new row 3 is equal to my old row 3 take away 1/2 my new row 2. So down here it is 0 take away 1/2 of 0. Correct, 0. This position here, it used to be a 1. 1 take away 1/2 of 0. 1. This one here in the S column up here is a 0. 0 take away 1/2 of 2/3. -1/3 is correct. Okay, 0 take away 1/2 of that. In this position here in the T column, it's a 1/4 take away 1/2 of -1/4. 1/4 take away 1/2 of -1/4. Do it on a calculator if you're not sure, okay? 1/4 take away 1/2 times by -1/2. Has anyone taken the advice of doing it on a calculator? I'll read the sum out. You type it into a calculator. 1/2. Can we type it in? Sorry, not 1/2, 1/4. 1/4 minus 1/2 times by -1/2. 1/2. Nobody got that right when they were just using their heads. That's not a criticism, it's just if you're doing these, use calculators and probably do the sum twice. Be careful with the signs. Finally over here it'll be 37.5 minus 1/2 of 5. 35, that's correct. Okay, so that is that new tableau completed. Well, yeah, what we need to know now is whether that is an optimal solution and what the solution is. The optimal condition, we had this last time, was if the objective row, which is the top row, has 0 entries in the basic variables, that's the variables that really are things, in the x and y, when it does have zeros there, and there are no negative entries in the columns labelled by the other ones, there are no negative entries here, then the solution represented is optimal. So we have got an optimal solution. Now we need to interpret our table and see what it is. We want to know what x is, we want to know what y is, and we need to know what z is. To find out what x is, you find the x column where it should be all zeros apart from 1, 1, and you find where the 1 is, and you then go and read off the value at the end of that row, which is 5. So x is 5. To find what y is, you do the same thing. Find the y column, there should be all zeros apart from a 1, find the 1, and then go to the end of that row to read off the value. And the value of y is 35. So those are our two decision variables, and z was our profit, or whatever we're trying to maximise. So go to the z column, should be all zeros apart from 1, 1. Find the 1, go to the end of that column, read off the value, it's 470. So the question we started with, which you can see here at the top of the board, that was the question we started with. We have got an optimal solution to that is x is 5, y is 35, and z is 470. Is everybody clear and happy how we got that from that table? Yeah. We have finished our first example.